Good afternoon, dear students. In the last class, we have discussed about direct method of teaching English, and today, in this video, we shall see about bilingual method of teaching English, which was the method which came out against translation method and direct method. The bilingual method of teaching English language was developed by C.G. Dodson in the year 1967, and this method was framed as a counterpart of direct method and grammar translation method. This method is one of the many teaching methods of teaching English language which is available for the teacher to teach the language. So the most common way of teaching English is the bilingual method and translation method in the schools. So the teacher mostly reads and transforms the text into the mother tongue of the child. So when the child is learning his mother tongue, the child becomes familiar with the situations and picks up the language easily and correctly. So while learning the foreign language, the teacher can create same situations again in order to make the child learn the foreign language in the easiest way. Here in this method, the teacher uses the mother tongue to achieve the target language. So in this method, the teacher has the rights to use the mother tongue, but the teacher should not encourage the students to use the mother tongue. So only the teacher has the right to use the mother tongue, and the teacher should not encourage the students to use the mother tongue. So the teacher should ask the students to speak only in the English language. Okay, and this method is based on the principle of similarities and differences which is found between the two language. So when the teacher is using this bilingual method, the teacher can compare the similarities and differences between the two language with some examples, and the teacher can create some situations, or the teacher can use mother tongue to show the differences and similarities of the two languages. Next is aims and objectives of this bilingual method. So Dodson, who is the propounder of this method, has laid down some aims and objectives for this method of teaching. So the learners should see to that they should achieve these aims and objectives. At first, this method aims at making the students to speak fluently and accurately the foreign language. And later, this method makes the students to approach both in written form as well as spoken form of each words of the English language. And finally, this method aims to achieve the bilingualism in the strong form for a long run. So this method achieves bilingualism in a strong form for a long run means, so when the teacher is teaching using this bilingual method, the students can compare or differentiate the two languages, and this kind of learning will make them to use bilingualism throughout their life, that is the long run. Okay, so these are some of the basic aims and objectives of using this bilingual method. Next, we shall see about the principles of bilingual method, and the first principle is the understanding of words and sentence in foreign language can be made easier by the use of mother tongue. So when the teacher is using mother tongue, the understanding of the new words or sentences from the foreign language can be made easier for the students to understand and to differentiate or to analyze it. So when the teacher is using this method, it will make the students to understand it easily, and within a short period of time the students can achieve, or the students can learn any new concept by the teacher. Okay, And the second one is there is no need to create artificial situations by explaining the meaning of words and sentences of the target language. So the teacher, there is no necessary for creating some artificial situations. So while the teacher is using the direct method, the teacher has to create so many situations for making the students to understand the new words. Okay, but when the teacher is using bilingual method, there is no need of creating some artificial situations. Okay, so why? Because the teacher can use the mother tongue, and directly the teacher can give the meaning or explain the concept in the student's mother tongue. Okay, so there is no need of creating artificial situations. And the third principle is it is a combination of direct method and grammar translation method. I have told you earlier. So this method is this bilingual method came out from direct method and grammar translation method. So the classical method of teaching is grammar translation method. So that is the first method which was introduced to teach English language. So grammar translation method was the first method to teach English language. So some of the educationalists felt that grammar translation method was not a right method to learn English language. So the educationist introduced the direct method of teaching English. And again, some of the experts learnt that both grammar translation and direct method was not effective for learning English language. That's why the new method called as bilingual method has been created. Okay, so it is the combination of both direct method as well as grammar translation method. And the next principle is it provide mother tongue equivalent without duplicating the situation. So when the teacher is using bilingual method of teaching English, the teacher will provide the meaning in the mother tongue without duplicating the situation or the concept. So when the teacher is translating it into the mother tongue, the teacher will not blindly say anything in the mother tongue, though the teacher has to exactly translate it into its mother tongue. Okay, and the final principle is mother tongue is used only for explanation and the word meaning, and that too only by the teacher. So I have told you earlier. So in when the teacher is choosing this bilingual method, only the teacher has the rights to use the mother tongue, not the students. So the teacher is can use the mother tongue, but the student should not use mother tongue in the classroom. So these are some of the principles of bilingual method. Next we will see about characteristics of bilingual method. So I have given you some of the characteristics of bilingual method. Characteristics of bilingual method means, so when the teacher is using this method, these characteristics features should be dealt by the teacher to the students. Okay, so the first one is rigorous practice is undertaken in sentence pattern. So as English teachers, we will be giving so many exercises regarding sentences, right? So when the teacher is teaching about sentences, rigorous practice should be undertaken by the teacher for the students. Okay, so rigorous practice means continuous practice. So the teacher has to give lots and lots of examples or lots and lots of exercises for the students to practice sentences. Okay, so that is the first characteristic principle. And the second one is rules of grammar are not taught separately as it is done in grammar translation method. So rules of grammar are not taught separately as it is done in grammar translation method. Means in grammar translation method, uh, formal method of teaching is practiced, but in direct method we practice functional method of teaching grammar. So like direct method, we have to follow the same thing in bilingual method. So in grammar translation method we will be using uh, formal method of teaching. Formal method means rules will be taught to the students first, and then examples will be followed. But in direct method, examples will be given to the students, and later from the examples rules are derived. Okay, so like direct method, in this method also we'll be giving so many sentences, and from those sentences we will be deriving the rules of the grammar. That's what this point is. Rules of grammar are not taught separately. And the third one is Mother tongue is used when it is necessary. So the teacher will not use mother tongue very often, and the teacher will use mother tongue when it is needed. Okay, so in bilingual class, that is not that teacher should use mother tongue whenever he can use. So when there is a need, the teacher can use mother tongue. Other than that, the teacher should use only the target language, that is English language. Okay, and the fourth one is word for word translation is not done in this method. That's what word for word translation is not done means when the teacher finds difficulty in explaining the meaning or explaining the concept to the understanding level of student, then the teacher can use mother tongue. Okay, so word for word translation is not done in this method. If you are using word for word translation, it is called as grammar translation method. It is not bilingual method. Okay, and the final point is people are given a lot of practice in drills of sentence pattern. So again the teacher should give lots and lots of practice for developing the sentences of the students. Next we shall see about advantages of bilingual method, and this all the methods has its own advantages as well as disadvantages. And this the advantages of bilingual methods are the teacher is able to teach to the entire satisfaction of the students. So when the teacher is selecting this method to teach English language, the teacher can satisfy all the students. Why? Because when the students find difficulty in understanding the concept or understanding the new words, the teacher can use mother tongue to explain it for the students. So when the teacher uses mother tongue, the students will find full satisfaction, and they'll be able to understand even if it is a complex content. Okay, then the second one is students also understand English well. Yeah, the same thing. And the third one is right use of mother tongue does not spoil the environment of the teaching English. So this does not mean that when the teacher is using bilingual method, the teacher is not giving a proper environment. That is not like that. So that's why the principles of this method tells that the teacher should use mother tongue only when it is needed. So the teacher should not use mother tongue whenever he want to. Okay, so the teacher should use mother tongue only when it is needed. So if the teacher is using in such a way, the teacher will not spoil the environment of teaching English. Okay, and the fourth one is it helps in developing fluency, and it gives proper training for listening, speaking, reading and writing. So when the teacher is giving examples or exercises for the student, it will obviously develop the four language skills of the students. And the last one is it saves time, and complex things can be easily explained. So when the teacher is using this bilingual method, it saves the time of the teacher, and so many difficult or complex things can be explained easily for the students. So these are some of the advantages of using bilingual method. Next is disadvantages of bilingual method, and so all the methods has its own merits as well as demerits, and some of the demerits of this methods are sometimes it diverts the attention of the students. So when the teacher is using mother tongue, so the attention of the students towards the target language has been diverted. Sometimes this method diverts the attention of the students, not all the times. And sometimes the teacher may not be good in both the language. So when the teacher is selecting this bilingual method, the teacher should be familiarized with the mother tongue of the students as well as the target language which the teacher is going to teach. So sometimes the teacher may not be good in both the language. So when the teacher is not good in both the language, the output of teaching will be very poor. Okay, so the teacher should be good in both the language, good in the target language as well as the teacher should be good in the mother tongue of the students. Okay, the third point is use of mother tongue may spoil the continuity and fluency of the language. So when the teacher is using direct method, the students will think in English and the students will talk in English. But when the teacher is using this bilingual method, sometimes it may spoil the continuity as well as the fluency of the language. Okay, and few students in the class may be more attentive to the mother tongue and less attentive to the English language. So when the teacher is using mother tongue, at that time at that time only some of the students will be very attentive for the teacher. But when the teacher is using English language, they will not listen to the class. So this happens in some of the schools. When the teacher is using mother tongue, they will listen attentively, but when the teacher is using the English language, the students will show poor attention towards the class. So this happens in some of the schools. So these are the disadvantages of using bilingual method. So I have given you an outline about bilingual method of teaching. So I have given you the outline of direct method in the previous class, and now bilingual method. And in the next video we will see about Dr. West reading method of teaching English. Thank you so much.